Hello everybody and welcome back to another Sicky Does MMA breakdown video. Today we'll be breaking down the main event at UFC San Antonio. Chito Ver taking on Cory Sandhagen. I cannot wait for this matchup. Gonna be a high level bantamweight fight, and who doesn't love high level bantamweight fights, because you know that's the pinnacle of the sport in my opinion. The skill and the talent involved in these fights are just amazing. But before we get into the breakdown video, be sure to like, subscribe, do all that good shit. Much appreciated. And if you don't know the videos I do on these type of breakdowns, I break down both paths to victory for the guys in the main event. So like Chito Ver, I'm going to be breaking down how he can win and how Cory Sandhagen can win, and giving my overall prediction at the end of the video. Let's get right into it. So let's start off with Chito Vera. You know, but the thing with Chito Ver, like, he's not very active. He was losing a 3-rounder to old man Frankie Edgar. Like, Frankie Edgar was like literally on his pension at that stage towards the end of his career. Like, he could barely win a fight, and you know, Marlon Vera was literally losing almost every single minute of that fight. And I'm looking at other fights, like he got almost double outstruck by Rob Font. Like, he was getting completely outstruck, but you know, he had the bigger moments. We know Rob Font has zero chin, and you know, every time he gets punched, he's doing the chicken dance. So you know, Rob Font, you know, that was an okay performance, but you know, dude, you're getting like outstruck by that much, and you know, if that's a 3-rounder, Rob Font wins that fight. I know it's not a 3-rounder, so it's easy to say that, but you know, I just, there are many ways for Marlon Vera to win. You know, if Cory Sandhagen, you know, it's just a bad takedown, he can snatch up a submission. He's got more submissions than KOs in his whole career, I'm pretty sure. And you know, he's got a nasty hook kick to the head, nasty high kicks. He sets up his punches really well, and you know, he kind of conditions fighters later on towards, you know, the end of the fight to land his big shot, his big moments. And you know, he is kind of like that. He's kind of like the poor man's version of Peter Yan, not in the sense of the fighting style, but in the sense of like analyzing what the fighter does and kind of like picking him apart towards, you know, the end of the fight, and implementing his actual, you know, those damaging strikes, the strikes that are gonna get those guys out of there. So obviously, you know, when you're fighting the highest level guys, you're not gonna be able to just run over there and just catch them sleeping, so you're gonna have to condition them. And you know, Chito Ver does that very well. But the thing with Chito Ver, like, he's getting outstruck so much, and we know Cory Sandhagen's gonna be putting it on him. And the thing with Chito Ver also, like, his chin is just amazing. Like, he's so hittable. It's crazy how hittable he is, but like, dude, he never looks like he's been hit at the end of a fight. It's crazy. Like, the guy's unkOable, it seems, unfinishable, it seems. I'm pretty sure he hasn't lost by a submission or KO in his whole career. You know, he does have phenomenal Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I think that's kind of how he started off his career, by subbing a lot of people, and then he started like KOing these guys at the, you know, towards his prime right now, because he's definitely in his prime, 30 years of age at bantamweight. So you know, he's definitely entering his prime right now. And you know, what I would say for Chito Ver to win this fight is attack Cory Sandhagen's low legs. You know, he has to attack those leg kicks of Cory Sandhagen, because obviously we know Cory Sandhagen's a guy that when he's in the, you know, when he's flowing, dude, like, he's so hard to, you know, match the pace with, and he's just so hard to catch. And you know, Cory Sandhagen has beaten some of the best guys in the world. You know, guys like TJ Dillashaw, I don't care what anyone says, robbery, terrible decision. And you know, had a really close fight on the feet with Peter Yan. Say what you want about Peter Yan's last performance, but did Peter Yan before, you know, the Sean O'Malley fight, like, I don't know what happened to Peter Yan, but you know, Cory Sandhagen and Peter Yan, that was one of the most technical fights you'll ever see in the UFC. If you guys haven't seen that fight, go and watch that fight. It's one of the best fights you'll ever see from a technical standpoint. Unbelievable. In my opinion, it probably is the most technical fight you'll ever see. But yeah, aside from that, you know, I think that Chito Ver should start low with the leg kicks, stop the movement of Cory Sandhagen, and then start, you know, working those kicks up, and kind of setting them up high towards the end of the fight. And you know, kind of like I said, condition Cory Sandhagen to start checking those leg kicks, start, you know, thinking, oh my god, my legs are hurt, I'm gonna have to start focusing on my lower body, and then start bringing them up high. think that would be a key path to victory. It's a very key path to victory for me, in my opinion. I mean, if I'm his coach, which I'm obviously will never be, but, you know, I'm saying attack those leg kicks early, man. You have to attack those leg kicks, and then you can open up your punches, because I just don't think, you know, Chito Vera has okay footwork, but it's not like he can kind of just get in there, you know, jab, get out, you know, step out of kickboxing range, jab, get back in, straight punch. It's not like that. It's kind of in the pocket and start landing some big shots. So I feel like attacking those legs early and getting in the pocket and start landing your big combinations to the body and head is going to be very, very important. And I think his takedown defense will also be tested in this fight. I think it's very important that he's worked on his takedown defense, because, you know, Cory Sandhagen's a guy that will mix it up very well. You know, he's kind of like a Dominic Cruz in that sense, the way Cory Sandhagen mixes it up. It's not like he'll get top pressure and kind of just win a round on top pressure. It's like, in a way, like Dominic Cruz would kind of get in his flow and then just go for a takedown and then immediately let someone back up. It's kind of like that. But obviously Dominic Cruz had zero top control. But, you know, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Chito Ver has to have good takedown defense in this matchup. I think it will be tested at points in this fight. So yeah, let's get right into the Cory Sandhagen path to victory. So how can Cory Sandhagen win this fight? You know, I think it's pretty easy to break down from a, you know, technical standpoint, in my opinion. You know, Cory Sandhagen's a guy that sits in that kind of outside area. You know, he will enter the pocket and then immediately get back out of it. He's got good leg kicks, just good kicks in general. You know, a wide variety of strikes and very high output, 6 strikes per minute, 44% striking accuracy, and he's got 56% striking defense, with Chito Ver having 51. So, you know, both guys have good defense. You know, they're not getting hit. They're getting hit 1 in every 2 strikes, basically. So that's pretty decent, pretty good, you know, striking defense. Sorry, Jesus, I had like a brain fart there. But, you know, I think that Cory Sandhagen's path to victory is kind of just sitting in that outside, you know, landing combinations, keeping the high output, and kind of staying away from that danger from Marlon Vera. I think it's very, very important to have a high output in those early rounds, because Chito Vera will, like, no matter how good you think this guy is, he will pick up the pace in that 4th and 5th round, and he will be more dangerous in the later rounds. So winning the first 2 or 3 rounds are key, very, very key for Cory Sandhagen to win this fight. So having a high output in the first 3 rounds is going to be a massive, massive path to victory. And I think that going to the body on Marlon Vera isn't a good strategy. We know Marlon Vera has a high guard. He kind of shells up a lot, and the body's open on Marlon Vera, dude, and he does not check many leg kicks whatsoever. He does not check many leg kicks. So this fight is kind of like who can get off the better leg kicks, in my opinion. You know, Chito Vera doesn't really check any leg kicks, but he has nasty leg kicks himself, you know, and Cory Sandhagen has good movement to avoid those leg kicks. So I think it's very important for Cory Sandhagen to implement very good movement and stay away from, you know, the the stance switching off Marlon Vera, because, you know, Marlon Vera does switch stances, but it's very obvious what he's going to do when switching stances. You know, he has that hook kick, he has the lead high kick, and just many other strikes, but you can kind of tell what he's going to offer when he's in that, you know, that stance. But with, you know, Cory Sandhagen, he like switches stances mid combination, like a Peter Yan, for example. So, you know, Cory Sandhagen like is much more diverse on the feet, in my opinion. So I expect Cory Sandhagen to kind of just pick Chito Ver apart for most of the fight and stay safe. So my overall prediction for this fight is going to be Cory Sandhagen by decision. I just think he's too technical. I really do think he's too technical for Chito Vera. I mean, I know Chito Vera has improved so much, but I just can't get over the fact you were losing a 3-round fight to, you know, Frankie Edgar. And I feel like Cory Sandhagen can implement Frankie Edgar's game and mix it up with the takedowns, mix it up on the feet, and just implement his whole overall MMA game to win this fight. So I'm going to have to go with a more skilled, more technical, the guy that can win more minutes. And I feel like the guy that can, you know, win in more ways. I don't think he can win by KO, but I could see like maybe a submission possibly, and a decision. So, you know, I do feel like Cory Cory Sandhagen should win this fight. I feel like he's just way more technical, way more skilled, and just a better overall mixed martial artist. But there you have it, guys. There was my overall, UFC main event prediction for this card. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys. When will I see you guys? I don't know, Wednesday for a video. Be sure to like this, be sure to subscribe, be sure to comment, be sure to share it, do all that good shit, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Peace.